Yes, welcome everybody. Welcome to this new live stream, and we have a guest. Who else than Queen Charlotte?
Oh, hello. Oh, the echo's gone now, I think.
Okay, is
We're
it is
good.
it gone? The sound is it good? The sound?
Yeah, I think sometimes when you do that countdown, it plays it more double for some weird reason on the StreamYard.
Okay. Hey,
But
welcome everybody.
yes, welcome to Disaster, I think I saw in the chat.
Yeah,
And I haven't seen that Disaster. I will have to check it out because I do like McQueen, as you know.
yeah. But it is good to see that the notifications work now.
Yes, I saw it come up. So they are working now for you, which is a big thing.
Yes. Now, welcome to the Dutch Doctor Who channel. At the moment, it's more UK, but that doesn't matter. The Dutch fan base is much smaller than the UK base. But I know you as friends, so we do this. Um, I've got some announcements to make. I've decided to do regular streams now because I want that the people can find me on this regular time, and it will be on the Monday at 7:30 p.m. So that's one announcement. Let's have a look. Okay, Daniel, hello.
Hi, Daniel.
Very good. It works. The notifications I see.
Yeah, you'll see everybody will come flooding in now.
Mhm. I have the times. I have under in the banner. You can see the time. And as you can see, this is a spontaneous live stream because I want to do this the announcements and I want to do back in the flow and it's good for
Like I
me.
said, you just have to jump into it, mate. It's
Yeah.
such a weird thing. There's no
Yeah.
other way you can do it.
And Dutch live streams on Thursday, but that's for you. For you, it's important to know that the Mondays will be. I think that was a day. That was an evening where there are most there are no live streams on that time. This I thought, and we'll jump that in fill that gap. Um, yeah, further on. I thought about a topic this time. I thought from how can we bring more unity in the fandom of Doctor Who.
Oh,
That,
that's a hard one right
no,
nowadays.
that's a really hard one. Because yes, there are different opinions, but sometimes I feel it's like more attacking each other than understanding each other. So I thought. I thought about it myself to bring it on myself. What can I do about it? So I found it a very interesting question for myself to be in. You want and to enjoy the show with others, so for as many as possible. But in this time, it's difficult to find to find people instead of people.
Yeah, I think.
There's always a different opinion and some but you can bring unity in diversity.
Yeah, no, I think we've for the last couple of years it's been such a hard thing to do in the fandom because people have either like been willing to die like on a hill or like do you know the sort of like whatever their opinion is of the current era, they will take it like to the nth degree almost, and that's
Hmm.
positive or negative.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how do we get back to a spot like you said that we can just talk again, almost?
Hmm. Yeah.
And I do think the fact that we will after 2022, I do think that you will see a big difference when this era officially stops. Because
Yeah.
it is sort of the catalyst right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a lot of the disagreements.
Yeah, yeah, and what the challenge is for me is to still to enjoy the show, and it's not because the Doctor Who is yeah. It is more everything around it, the fans and certain things. I noticed since Jodie Whittaker and all, everything in the especially in the last months, that yeah, the more conflicts and things and attacks on people, and yeah, it makes it
Oh
very
yeah,
good.
the attacks have definitely,
Yeah.
I think, got worse the last. I think they've started to get worse ever since it was announced she was leaving.
Hmm.
But before that, you were seeing an uptake. And like I said, I do think as soon as this current era stops officially,
Hmm.
that you're going to see a difference.
Yeah.
Because I've always said this as well. I always feel sorry for the genuine fans of the current era,
Hmm.
like the ones who just love it because they love her, like they love Jodie's Doctor, or they have actually really gelled with the stories, or do you know, like the way it's been ran the last couple of years, and they're being overshadowed
Hmm.
by incredibly toxic people
Yeah.
who I think don't really have a full love for the show. I think they love the ideals more, they love the politics more.
Hmm.
And as soon
Yeah.
as those politics go, they'll go. So it
Yeah.
is sort of, and like I said, I do feel sorry for the genuine fans because they're probably seeing all this, like people saying, "Oh, we can't stand her, we can't stand this,"
Hmm.
and I think some of that is reactionary to what it's weird because it's like the more because we have like each sort of, if we want to say sides have been each
Hmm.
other's throats, it means people seem to be more. I don't know. It's just sort of the poor people, like I said, who are genuine fans have probably got some bad experiences because they're being lumped in with the actual toxic ones.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
There is
it's
a
like that's not fair on them as well. It really isn't.
the question is, will there be another side if they choose a male doctor, or will they disappear?
Like I said, I think if they go male doctor, the people who just came in for a female doctor will go.
Mhm. Yeah, but the question is there are they really fans then? Because I watch Doctor Who, and I like the Doctor as a person. I like not the yeah you always have your favorite Doctor. No, I mean, we know what our favorite Doctors are, but the show itself, I like the show itself, but there are times that you don't like some episodes. That's always the case. But um,
Yeah,
the,
but
the
I
the
think,
people who suddenly yeah want yeah the people would dislike the show because of yeah the different style, different doctors. I don't know.
well, like I said, the problem was the BBC and the marketing blatantly pandered
Hmm.
to a bit of the fandom, which right now is acting horribly
Hmm.
because they are telling us on social media. Quite a few of us have seen it who are like, keep an eye on it. They are literally saying that the BBC must cast this actress, or they can't cast a male, or they can't cast a white straight male. Like they're giving them major, like they're almost boxing in what
Hmm.
doctor the BBC have to pick next.
Hmm.
And for me, it's like you said, you should you should love the doctor because they're the doctor, not because of their gender.
Yeah.
You should be able to watch this and go, "No, I really love the character," and sort of because we've all sort of gone through that with this show. We've all got connected, like you said, to her incarnation.
Yeah.
and we've had to let go, which isn't easy. And it's like, if some of these fans aren't even willing to give the next Doctor a go if they're not to their sort of politics visually.
Yeah.
For me, that's the biggest sign that you don't care about the character, because you would give the next one a chance.
Yeah, that is fair enough, and yeah, you want to be entertained. We want this is it's what that a few days ago you said that in a stream, or I think it must be entertainment again. It must be enjoy that you can sit enjoy it with laughter, with tears.
Yes.
That you have you live it. You must live it, and not that you are angry or that you're irritated about it.
Yeah,
That
it's
they
like,
speak full of enthusiasm, and that we in the future, as we have a new doctor and all everything, that we are here sitting here and talk hours and hours about it with much enthusiasm. I think the fandom will grow, and more people will get interested in again in Doctor Who.
yeah, to be fair, whenever a new Doctor and showrunner comes in, there's always an uptake in interest in the show. That's sort of the pattern it always follows, isn't it? It was the
Hmm.
same with Matt when he was announced. It was the same with Tennant. It was, I know some of the fandom didn't take to Capaldi's age, but I can remember there still being a big bit of excitement for Capaldi.
Yeah.
So that will help. That will
Yeah.
get that sort of renewal, like the natural renewal we always get with a new Doctor.
Yeah.
But like I said, the problem is there's now parts of the fandom which are really only here for politics,
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, if they do another female, I'll give it a go because I gave Jodie a go. But ideally, I would want a male Doctor
Yes.
back,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I just think
Uh,
it works that way.
yeah. From the beginning. Um, Chimas, I don't know. There's a really new one here. Don't know him, but he asking, isn't it worth two
Um,
people came in only for a female doctor?
well,
Yeah,
if you've got to remember that when Jodie got announced, that was also when we got Ray.
hmm
We got quite a few different properties, didn't we? Sort of all announced they were going with female sort of led incarnations in some fashion. So it was a big thing. It was a big sort of, in Britain anyway. It was like a sort of, oh wow, they've actually done it. Do you know? They've sort of, this has been questioned and talked about for the last couple of years, but they've actually done it. And and if it was done right, it probably would have had a, the show probably would be at another golden age if it was done right, because the amount of interest it got at the beginning.
hmm
Disaster.
What
I think
how
a
many?
lot, like I said, there are genuine fans,
hmm
but there are people who literally just came in because of female Doctor.
Yeah, you have always people who have a certain taste or well, guys. But yeah, the whole beginning of Doctor was as a male character, of course, and many people are growing up with that concept, with that. So yeah, we're it's always what you say is always open to another choice, another or female doctor, but it must work in the show. It must work in the whole line of the history and of the beginning of Doctor Who. Yes.
But the problem
Um.
is, and I've said this, and I don't know what you think. It boggles my mind that they actually did it. Like I said, they took the jump in the sense to go with female Doctor, but they didn't really think about how that would affect the Doctor's character.
Mhm.
If you've been male like all your life, and suddenly you're female, wouldn't that mean you'd have to almost find yourself again, or like have a crisis of confidence, or do you know, just that should have been like her first series should have been her exploring being female. I just don't understand why they didn't do that.
That's maybe try and reach out to someone like G. Ramos, as she is a bit more kinder to this era. I think she would a great guest to have on, and she tends to a bit more understanding. We need her others.
Yeah, so I think Daniel's saying, yeah, we need to hear, and that's another, you were saying, like, how can we help?
Yeah.
I think we have to sort of open ourselves up a bit more.
Okay.
And be willing to hear, like, other viewpoints. But like I said, it's still, like I said, it's I think that's what's been lost, I feel like, a lot in the fandom now. Like, people just don't listen to each other. What do you think?
Explain the question more, or?
No, I think that's what's been lost in the fandom, just in general, a bit.
Yeah, that's what is lost.
Like, people are so easy to attack each other, and they won't listen as much.
Oh yeah, that was the start of the stream. I say that. I want to understand why people think certain things. What is their opinion? And sometimes I feel it's more a motivation of attacking others, or yeah, instead of an understanding from both sides.
Yeah, because like if you
Because
listen to other
you cannot
people,
build unity. You cannot build unity without understanding and without accept that the other have another opinion. But you can all but you can always enjoy the show without having conflict.
yeah, and like I said,
And I want to find a way to reach out to others, but if the people are constantly attacking, it's difficult to have. You cannot not enjoy Doctor with them.
no, but like I said, I think that right now, because obviously I think some the fandom is still processing the announcement, weirdly still, even though it was a couple of weeks ago now.
Yeah.
So I think by the time it's finished airing, people will be in a lot better sort of moods and sort of, because we know there's a new era on the horizon. I think people will be a bit more, like you said, being willing to listen.
Yeah.
The problem, like I said, it's hard, and this is another thing. It's like this era's not like it's just started. It's pretty hard to shift a perception now when we've had 2 series and 3 or 4 years. Where, like, I think we said this on the last stream, like, Series 13 could be good. But when I've had 2 series of utter rubbish, I'm not. My first thought isn't it's going to be good. It's going to be, let's see what it's like.
Yeah, you want to give a chance, but to Series 13, but it is very difficult in Series 11 and 12.
Yeah, and Disaster's right. Doctor Who should be for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they need to have in them. That's what the next era needs to really have in mind.
Yeah. But for everyone, but not that is not that you have politics in everything.
No, it's like
for everyone.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, and that's what I meant, that I want to go back to when I can just watch it and have fun, because we've said this, like, the show does have political undertones, and it does sort of sometimes play with the real world and sort of use science fiction to hide that almost. But that needs to be almost subtext. We need to go back to just fun adventures.
Yeah.
It's like a couple of days ago, I watched Day of the Doctor again, and I forgot just how much fun and like how much of a you sort of feel like, even though there's some really harsh emotional bits which are really good still, it's still, you can't help but sort of think, God, this is fun to watch.
Yeah.
because you've got so much. It's big. You've got multiple doctors. It's dealing with a time war. Like it really brought it back to me a bit. Like this is what Doctor Who can be,
Yeah.
and I sort of want that. Obviously, it'd be hard to go back to 50th anniversary levels, but that sort of sense of adventure and fun.
Yes. Yeah, and I saw last week. I saw you in the stream, and then I saw some emotion about Matt Smith episode, and
Oh
that's
yeah,
that's what you want to see. Dus, not that you are crying, but I was enjoying that you were enjoying, and that is what I want with all the fandom. That you can laugh and cry with each other about the show, about certain things. And you may not like some things, but you can always enjoy because another enjoys it.
yeah, and it's like
I think that's one of the things you can build on Unity. When you laugh and cry with each other on certain things, you can disagree, but you can enjoy because another enjoys it.
yeah, and it's like this show. Everybody in the fandom has got really high emotional ties to it,
Mhm.
and whenever we talk about certain things, it shows. And Matt's my doctor, so even just reciting some of his regeneration speech got me because I have so many memories connected with Matt's doctor.
Mhm.
And it's like when I think of that was a point in the show where I was fed up with some of the story stuff, but I was so in love with the doctor, like as that incarnation,
Yeah.
that I've got like, and I'm saying like when we do the watch alongs and all, and like you can hear me gushing because we're doing Matt right now. It's like people are like, Charlotte, we can tell how like afterwards if I chat with like Sudoku and a few other people, they always
Hmm.
make me laugh because they go like, you, it's so lovely to hear you gush
Hmm.
because you're talking about Matt, a doctor that we can tell you love.
Yeah.
And it's like we just want to have that emotional connection. I think that's what's been
Yeah.
hard for some of us.
Hmm.
Like the last couple of years, we've just had an era that we haven't had that emotional connection with as much. And
Yeah.
we've sort of been watching it because it's Doctor Who.
Hey, we got some other Wendology. Hello, welcome, and PJ
Oh,
maybe.
hi, Wen.
Oh,
And hey, PJ.
great. Yeah, but at the moment I have a big smile on my face, but because I enjoy talking about these things. These are positive things. Yeah. This topic also
Yeah, and
because you want to connect and you want together you want to enjoy this, and I there's um, I think a lot of people have their opinion on everything, stories, doctors, etc. And what makes it an issue is most believe their opinion is the only right one. Yeah, that's right. That's what I mean. Um, um, the understanding and um, uh, review your own opinion. It's good.
yeah, and it's like there's God, like me and Daniel are an example of that when we chat. Like
Hmm.
there's certain Capaldi storylines that I'm like, that's one that'll make you laugh. I always say I think Capaldi's regeneration speech went on a bit too long. Like it was brilliantly acted, but it just felt like at a point I was like, come on, you need to stop now, Moffat. And Daniel loves that regeneration speech. So we both have completely different views, but we laugh about that and we sort of joke with each other. And it's that's the example that we both have very different views, but we don't think either's right. We just know that those are our views on the same thing.
Hmm. Then a franchise need to readjust to the old agenda stuff without it being forced. Yeah.
Yeah, we just said we're not daft. We know this show has got undertones and stuff, but we just want to go back to not being hit over the head.
You only get one chance to make a good impression, and Chibnall first series was really poor. And the only reason why I continued to watch was to discuss the show on Noah's channel. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I think all doctors really. That's the weird thing about this show. Almost, it's like we really sort of have to. A lot of us, I think, by the third episode, usually, if we've not connected with a doctor, it's a bit not sure about them, sort of thing.
If the agenda keep going, then more people like me will just walk away and just stick to the old stuff. That is the point for this time. The Doctor Who fans now search for things to still connect to the show, and that's why some people, because they love the show, enjoy and want to still want to enjoy the show, they go to only watch classic because they can still relate to to show and to fans also. That's one of the strategies, or you can call that things to still to identify with the show.
Yeah, because it's like I
That's the
said,
reason
we
why some people like PJ that do that. I think.
yeah, and oh no, it is. It's because you don't want to fully let go, do you? I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you go
Yeah.
back, you watch, and that's what's been fun
Yeah.
for I think for like Noel and like a few of us that we are going back now and we are watching the older stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and even stuff we might not have liked the first time around. We're going, actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do it mixed. I watch during the week. I watch classic Who and new Who, and and my opinion is that as you related it in things and in bring it in context with each other. There are also episodes you don't like, but then you can enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sort of there's so much of it. You go, well, this might be one I don't like, and I know in like the next one I might like, or
Yeah.
in the next couple. That's the good thing about it, isn't it? There's so much now that we can watch.
I don't get why people are suppressed about a female doctor. It doesn't make sense to me. If the series actress is good, it shouldn't matter. It's not about male or female. It is about um, the whole thing. Uh, um, it must. The
Shimmy,
doctor
the
is a
way I read it,
personality. Yeah.
yeah, no, I think Shimmy for the people who it was such a big sort of push and they wanted it is
Mhm.
because they felt like because there'd been 12 males before her that it's weird to think it's this whole idea of which I don't get nowadays that for some people they literally have to see themselves almost in a character to connect to it, and I just don't get that because I connected with the Doctor, and I didn't, obviously I'm not male, so it's like and there's plenty of male characters I love, and
Yeah.
so that whole argument of I literally have to see myself almost on screen, I just don't understand.
Yeah. And we talked about it last week about it about the, yeah, we all have our favorite doctor and well, of all reasons why. And for me, I said my favorite doctor is John Pertwee because I uh, he's he looks like James Bond, and yeah, how he has the chemistry between him and the master and Brick and his campaign is so good. But you have all reasons to like a doctor or not, and or is it male or female? It doesn't matter for what my opinion is. It doesn't matter is it female or female. It must be someone who knows the show and knows has done their homework for what, the history of the show, and the showrunner, the writers, and the actor or the actress must have chemistry. It doesn't matter, much. It must have talent. You must have a natural talent for the doctor, and not every actor or actress can play the doctor. But
No, the
it
Doctor,
must breath. It must breath. all the things the adventure, the entertainment, how the doctor saw things, how he has empathy for people, how he offers himself up. That's all characteristics of a doctor, and it doesn't matter is it or male or female.
Yeah, no, and it's like the Doctor's such a layered character.
Hmm.
Like the Doctor isn't just your typical sort of, oh, well, he's just like normal human, or he's just a normal hero. It's no, he's so many things, and like I think I've said before, like you have to almost be able to play five characters in one at the
Hmm.
same time when you're
Yeah.
playing the Doctor. You have to be able to be angry and sort of the sort of power that the Doctor has. You have to be smart. You have to be cunning at times. You have to be wise. Like there's so many traits, and not any actor can just flip between them.
Yeah. I want to go so far that not that the doctor is a difficult role to play. You must have certain thing. You must have much things in you to do that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's personal qualities you have to bring to it.
Yeah, and
That
that it doesn't matter if you are female. If you have got the characteristics, go for it.
yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's if you can find something in yourself almost, because I think that's what every other actor has done. They've found something in themselves and brought it into the Doctor.
It's nice to be able to connect with a character. Gender shouldn't matter in that, but I've seen people genuinely mad about it being female. But as the doctor said, regeneration lottery. He said it himself.
Yeah,
Yes, that's right. He said it himself, and that's the point. And I agree with. That's why I think that that's not good for the unity and for enjoy the show. If you continuously be mad about things, and people you attack people. Yeah, that's not good for enjoy for yourself, but also in a broader sense.
no, and I do think fans do need to sort of learn a bit to not react so quickly, almost at everything, if that makes sense.
Mm.
To sort
Yeah.
of go, no, let's see what happens, almost.
I see. Although also Peter Rich in the chat,
Hi,
so
PD.
they don't get the notifications probably.
Oh no, but like I said to you when I said, look, you've already got a little community.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's been encouragement. Yeah. Okay.
And that's what and like I said, I think what will help the fandom is we have in the last couple of years all made these little links. Like I've met so many people in the last couple of years because of being in chat and now coming on streams and chatting with people. So I think that will help a lot going forward when it comes to trying to get unity in the fandom.
I have found it hard to go back and watch every even past episodes due to the toxic fandom. It keeps getting me down. Yeah.
Yeah, but and it's so hard at times to separate that.
Yeah, that's the difficult thing. That is a challenge, and for some people, it's so difficult that yeah, they need a time out or something in that. I
Yeah,
think
and it's
may I speak? I think that in deeper sense in I think most people still love the show, but at the moment they are done with it. That's more, I think, what
yeah,
Daniel means. I think Daniel still, I speak for him, but I think he still in deeper he still loves the show, but he's done with it because of all toxicity. I think.
yeah. No, and I think like I said, there's we have all to different degrees
Yeah.
suffered attacks because of our views in the last couple of years. And it's hard when we've had those attacks because of our views on the show, to not then link that to the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just and it's like deep down, I think everybody still loves this show. It's just hard for them to either see it getting any better, or see the BBC suddenly come to some sort of sense with it, or they've just been burnt too many times. Because it's not easy to have hope and for it to keep getting dashed.
Yeah. Yeah, and it will help if the future brings more more entertainment, more men to enjoy. The love will come back for it. The
Yeah,
passion.
I agree with you. I don't think the love's gone for most of the fandom. I think
No.
it's just they're sort of guarding themselves, which makes sense.
Yeah. Well, everyone has their own way to survive this. Yeah. You have always have a period of in a series that you must survive, or yeah, we call that, yes. But I think we must have hope for the future, because if you don't have hope, yeah, what's the case then? What can you further expect things? Yeah. Um, who are your
And yeah, and
fans?
it's like
Yeah.
I just my views. No, I'll let you say that because it. So who do you carry on reading? Sorry.
Okay. Who are your fan dream cast for the next Doctor Companion? Oh,
Oh, companion's hard for me. I always struggle. I've got a doctor in my head. I struggle with companion.
mhm. Yeah, we have the
Have you
we
got
know
one in your head, Joker?
um fan dream cast for next Doctor. We have the campaign
Uh,
scene for 14, but that's a safe answer natuurlijk.
well, that's the thing. Well, my personal one, and I don't know if Timmy will know this actor. I've yeah, we are we are supporting Team for 14, but if I was just saying like personally, there's an actor I really like called Martin Compston, and if anybody
Okay.
watches Line of Duty, he's in
Oh,
that.
it's
He's one
Line
of
of
the
Duty.
main, yeah, and
I thought,
he plays.
yeah.
I was gonna say he plays Steve Arnott in that. If anybody who watches it,
Queen Charlotte? Have you got the DVDs of the Olympic era or not?
oh no, to be fair, I don't own a lot of merch any. I don't know, again, merchandise.
Oh.
Mega Geek will tell me off. I don't really have DVDs for any doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So and like I said, I can't stand her incarnation, so I wouldn't buy them even if I did.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're also okay. And but the question for the next Doctor, oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah, like I said,
Um,
if I were doing mine, because I've got a doctor in head, like I said, Martin Compston, because I think he could play a bit dark, a little bit shifty,
mm-hmm.
but he's very good at sort of not be like, how do some of my favorite doctor moments is when there's no dialogue and there's just the actor purely acting on screen, and he does that brilliantly in Line of Duty. And I just think he'd be a nice, and he's not too young and he's not too old. I think he's just in the right like age for it. I think he's in his 30s. I could be wrong. So he's
Mm-hmm.
not too baby faced, but he's not too old. And like I said, I just really think that he would be a cracking one. But I struggle with companion.
Yeah. Richard Ayoade, I think, for the next Doctor O. The name was also mentioned a few times.
See, I personally, like I said, that's another thing of. I know quite a few people who would love that. I don't get it personally myself, but that's just personal choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think because I just think he plays like a geek on television. That doesn't mean he can play the Doctor. The
and
Doctor's more than
companion.
just like a quirky personality.
Yeah. And a companion. That's
That is hard.
yeah. Uh, I must think about it.
Jimmy, tell us yours in the chat. You might be able to help us.
I could not rewatch any Jodie episodes, and then I have much hellos.
Said hi, PD.
Um,
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about, PD, before you came.
yeah, that's the whole topic of this stream. We have at the moment we have so much. We have not. How do we call it? The fan base is
Animosity.
yeah, and we try to answer the question how we can we bring more unity and that we can together can more enjoy it, because we have now so much diversity, and diversity is okay in as it is in unity, but because you can have unity in diversity, and you want to bind people together, and how much more people you can enjoy and more fun you have. And we ask the question, how can we bring more unity again in all the things without attacking? You have all you shall have always people who have always people who will attack, but how can we deal with that without losing the fun to watch Doctor Who, or to still watch the show? That's the our questions. We're talk answers to find answers to these questions. So
Yeah, but I think it's a
yeah,
good
I
thing
have
just
explained
to.
it good. Have I explained
Yeah,
it
no,
good?
yeah, no, you have, because we were saying like the listening to each other, the just
Yeah.
wanting to go back to fun and just enjoying the show for fun,
Hmm.
like entertainment again, and sort of just being open. I do think that's sort of a hard thing right now, but we sort of, I think, like I said, we've all become almost so having to defend ourselves or having to sort of protect ourselves that it's sort of we want to go back to being open again, which would be ideal, but we can't right now.
Mm, there is one. When Dorothy says, "I'd love to see Ben Daniels in the role," he has an edginess and the gravitas of for the
Edginess, I
gravitas.
think.
I don't know the word gravitas for the role. Gravitas. What is
Gravitas.
that?
Oh, that yeah, gravitas means
I know what edginess
presence.
is, but
So
gravitas
like on
needs.
screen.
Okay.
Do you know like when previous actors have done, like we always say like the Doctor has speeches,
Okay.
and the fact that a lot of the previous actors, they can just give a speech in a room and everybody
Hmm.
just listens to them. That would be gravitas. I'm trying to think
Okay.
like that, those sort of moments in the show previously.
And Ben Daniels is. I don't know the actor as a. Is it from
I don't actually, when, so tell us like what he's been in.
yeah. Where is he in? Um,
Because I'm terrible with names, so I probably have seen him in something.
and then we have
I probably have.
mhm, Eddie Redmayne is there on, but Companion not sure. There are more people who don't know what Companion. But
Yeah, because
that's the whole yeah, that's the whole case of the whole matter is that we want a good doctor. The Companion is actually it's actually a good question, by the way. companion. But we
Yeah,
have
so I
all
think
the time we have it about the 14th Doctor, but not a companion. But because we want the most important thing is the Doctor, and then we look for an companion. Dus it's a good question to ask. Fun. What will who will be a good companion to the next Doctor?
yeah, I
Hmm.
think the problem no, it's hard to imagine a companion by themselves, isn't it? Like the companion works because of the Doctor almost, and they sort of have to have a chemistry or sort of work off each other. So you'd have to sort of think of your Doctor and then think, right, what other actors do I know? Do I think would or actresses or do you know?
Um, Hello.
No, I'm just like I said. I do think though, and this is what I think
Mhm.
would. I do think we need to go back to just one companion now with the Doctor.
Yeah,
I think we've had too many with Jodie's run.
that's
Way.
right. And if you want to do a good character development and take your time for it, I think one campaign is good.
Yeah, so I think maybe that would be as far as I could say now. I
And
think we
then,
should go back to a Doctor and companion at least set up.
yeah, and you can always build it up during
Yeah,
sharing.
you can do like what Matt's run did. That we started with Amy Pond, then we got Rory, then we got River for a little bit. Like that was a gradual build up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Ben Daniels is in Exorcist TV series more recently.
See, I've not seen that
No,
one.
I don't. This is not my genre.
I'll have to Google as we say.
Yeah, that's what Pretty Rich said. It's hard to know a good companion until you have got a daughter. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
why
why I
we're
don't know.
both sort of stumped.
Because we want a good doctor, and then we talk about in streams about who will be a companion who is fit to that for yeah who can you can couple with the doctor.
Yeah,
So
and I do think actually, dependent on if you go male or female, that's also going to have a massive impact on what you do with the companion.
yeah.
Because let's say we have a female doctor. I think ideally, and I do think that this is what Chibnall should have done. He should
Hmm.
have paired Jodie with a single male companion, and then you really would have had a chance to develop the both of them, and you really would have had the sort of the people who maybe were who maybe wanted the male doctor. Then if you at least gave them the male companion, you give them a bit of both. But he chucked in like three of them at once at us, and it was like, oh no.
Still, what's Daniel talking about?
Oh, he's probably said something in the chat that I'm going to have a
Yeah,
go at him for
I
later.
brought back to it to understand it.
Daniel, tell me what I'm going to have a go at you for, so I know.
Is he gossiping or?
Oh, I know what he's put. He's put Martin Compton's my boyfriend. That's
Oh
what I'm going
yeah,
to get him back
oh yeah, that
for.
was it. Because those were line of duty, right?
Yeah, it's all right, Daniel. I've not got a list at least. How long's your list now of like
Yeah,
female actresses you quite fancy?
yeah. He likes Freema,
Yes, and there's a few others, not just
Martha,
Freema.
Martha Jones, also in Torchwood. Yeah, and also I think Big Finish is he does a own Big Finish or not?
I think she's doing some
Martha,
Big
I saw
Finish.
it in last time in the big new Finish news.
Yes, I think is
Um,
it next year? They're
yeah,
releasing some audios, which
yeah.
I'd be very surprised if Daniel doesn't get those straight away.
I I know that Daniel has a Facebook group for Big Finish. I'm subscribed to it. Yes.
Yeah, he does love his Big Finish.
Yeah, so that's the reason I subscribe because I'm not so familiar with Big Finish. Sound cloud sound.
But that's the problem as well. There's so much of it.
Hmm.
So you sort of need somebody who
Yeah.
knows it to help you to
Where
get
do you
into it.
begin? Where do we begin?
I know, it's just you sort of go, wow, like where do I start?
Oh, that's what I want to say. Spotify. There is much big finish on Spotify.
Yes, that's a very good
The
place to
whole
start.
list as I work to list and
That's where I started listening through the
yeah.
Spotify stuff, and it is a good starting point if you're a bit confused.
Yeah.
Okay, Shakespearean. Okay, I do think we
Exactly.
need somebody with a. I think a theatre background wouldn't be bad
Hmm.
idea, to be fair.
Yeah. But too sometimes too, like Amy and Rory. Yeah, that works. But
Yeah,
like I see, weet je, that's the thing. Amy and Rory, I think actually for me is that one person because they work together.
yeah, they were like a unit, weren't they?
Yes, that's right. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
and so I think, but like I said, just three companions from the beginning. I do not understand. There's so many things that now I'm almost looking back at the era,
yeah.
and I'm like, why on earth did you do this? And I think three companions was such a mistake.
Hmm.
You
Even
really should
William
have
Hart,
just done one.
yeah, even the William Hartnell era, I thought it was too much in beginning.
Yeah, and I'm just like, really? Like, you really should have given her one or two at most.
I'm bored of
Yeah,
historical companions.
that's something that if I was showrunner, that would be the first thing I'd. Well, not first thing, but once I've got a doctor in my head, I'd be like, okay, my companion's not going to be from 21st century Earth.
Yeah, but like for instance, Jamie for the
Yes, I
second
love
Doctor.
Jamie.
Jamie is one of my favorite companions, by the way. I,
Oh,
I,
same here.
I uh, the one of the companions I miss the most.
Yeah, and I
It
think
was so
Jamie's.
enjoyable. It was so natural. It was so you can see. Okay, I had fun in the role.
Oh yeah, and you can like, and the fact that when you've got somebody from any historical time period, you can put them in any setting, and they're gonna have an interesting response.
Hmm.
Like with Jamie, like I love when he's like just faces something really sciencey, and he's just like, I don't have a clue what this means, and it makes me laugh every time. Or when he's just like looking at the doctor, and you can see in his head, he's just talking absolute rubbish now. So yeah, Jamie's one of my favourites, and I
Yeah.
really would think, like I said, that's why I think that's why Jack worked in the New Who, because he was from the future. He was a different type of companion. Oh, is that this December, Daniel? Or was it next
Okay.
year?
This I was right about that. I read it. So Martha Jones will be in Big Finish. Okay, that's right. That's nice.
I hope they're
Okay,
good. I do
yeah,
hope they've
looking
written good
forward to
stuff for her.
it.
I do hope they're written well,
Hope
because
it.
she'll perform them brilliantly, because she has done bits for Big Finish before this. Yeah, but the problem is with Eddie Redmayne. Would it be a bit too much like his Harry Potter role, the Fantastic Beasts movies? I don't know if I wouldn't see just that character again almost, because that's what he's famous for in this country, doing the Fantastic Beasts movies.
December. Okay.
All right, so they'll be out soon then, won't they? Because what did you think of Martha? Because she's sort of like a bit marmite in the fandom. People either love her or hate her.
Um, I like her because, but it's more that's more about a thing that she also appeared in Torchwood. She has a big part in the whole story of the Doctor. In in the world of Doctor Who.
Yeah, no, the sort of the fact that she basically had to save sort of the Earth, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Because the Doctor was a little tiny weird thing in a cage.
Okay, when Donology is going away, thank you very much, and I see you
Thank you
later.
for coming, Wen.
Yeah. Um, Daniel says I might do a review of those audios about Martha Jones, but you mean?
If Daniel would do a review of anything, it would be those.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Looking forward to that. I want to know more about it. I love
But
Martha. We know.
that's the good thing, though. There's a lot more people now who are covering Who on YouTube. So, like, if it is a big finish and you're not sure, you can just listen to a review. See you, PJ. Thank you for popping by.
Yeah, bye, PJ. Thank you. See you later. I loved her. It was like having this show all over again. Okay. Elizabeth Sladen, Sarah Jane,
Well, Liz
Liz
Shaw
Shaw,
was
Liz
wasn't she?
Shaw. Oh no, Liz Shaw. After it was like having Liz Shaw. Oh, that was the first companion of the third Doctor, John Pertwee.
Well, yeah, I suppose she was a doctor, wasn't she? And she did become like quite sciencey when she started to work with Unit, because she did end up working for them. I forget that.
Hello, Sadako.
Hi, Sadako.
We call that Sadako or Sadako? Sadako?
Oh, I probably pronounced it wrong. People have now accepted that I just pronounce names terribly. So I
Sometimes I
probably
don't
am
know
doing it
how to
wrong.
pronounce it. Some people have difficulty with Enigmatic Joker, and I'm not English.
Oh, right.
I can pronounce Enigmatic Joker, not no problem.
Yeah, but I'm weird, right? There's certain words I just cannot pronounce. And your name happens to be one of them because I can't, I'm struggling now. Enigmatic. I have to
Yeah,
really think about it when I
and
say that word.
I say Enigmatic Joker. Gewoon, I'm a Dutch, and then I'm Dutch.
That's why if you'll probably click that, I'll probably just start to say Joker because I can say that word.
Yeah, Joker's also fine for me.
Because there's certain words I just cannot say for like the life of me.
Sadako.
He's told us this multiple times on streams, and we probably all still get it wrong.
Yeah. Um. The okay. Yeah, okay, but the banners, I have more banners on for this stream, but I've I have not much email addresses of people to invite for guests. There's more, but I don't know how to solve that at the moment.
Well, it just is. Well, a few of us are on Facebook,
Yeah.
so I would just send friend requests to people and just
Hmm.
start chatting.
Yeah, that's okay. But some people have another name on YouTube than
Yes,
on
that is the
Facebook.
problem a
That's a
little
difficult
bit.
thing about it. So I don't know, but for example, what Peter Rich his real name is, you cannot call that in his stream. But I know that. But some people I don't know the email, and I have to add the email address of you, but not of Noel or not other. Or Daniel,
Well,
I have
are
no.
you are you on are you on Twitter?
No, I have no Twitter. That's the point.
See, you're like me then.
It's the only thing.
You're like me. I'm like to people. I'm not on Twitter.
I'm spared of many things.
Messenger.
I'm spared of it.
And people wonder why I don't go insane sometimes. I think it's because I'm not on the Twitter. Oh, Sadaki said he's added you.
Oh, okay. Now I will find you. I will find you.
Oh,
I'll subscribe to the Facebook group, so I can still can find people there in contact.
yeah, and me and PD are friends on Facebook, so I can help you with that if you want. If that's okay with PD.
Uh, and don't use Twitter after all.
Don't.
I What's the point? I had a plan to go on Twitter, but after all the things I seen them, the people through things, the attacks, I don't want Twitter.
Oh, don't, mate. It just invites
That's the reason
crazy
why
people.
I don't want Twitter. But then more yeah, if I have Twitter, I'm much more easy to find. But the other end, the people who want to attack can find me quicker.
Yeah, and PD's just said it's not a problem, so I can tell you what to look for. So then you can have PD as if you need him.
Okay. Joe Grant Jones was Purdy's best companion. I count Sarah as more a Tom companion. I think Joe Grant was the best companion of John Pertwee, and the combination of Tom Baker and Elizabeth Sladen was better.
Yeah, see, I just think sorry, Sarah worked better with Tom, and Joe worked better with Pertwee. I do. I think because I know there's overlap, but if I sort of think of those two companions, I associate those doctors with them. Because I think like with Pertwee, he sort of became a bit like a grandfather again with Joe. He sort of became that in that sort of grandfather sort of influence of trying to make her encourage her and look after her.
Mhm.
Whereas Tom, it was like being with his best mate. And he sort of, you could see that he would like play around with sometimes Sarah, he'd have a joke with her, he'd sort of tell her off, well, rarely, but it was more like a friendship. Whereas I got like a grandfather granddaughter vibe with Joe and the Third Doctor.
Anyone have a link? We have many Facebook groups at the moment. What do you mean about this question?
Oh, but you said you've reached out to Doku, so Joe could now just needs to look.
What do you mean? What? Oh, Twitter is like. Oh,
Yeah, just everybody's right. Just stay away from Twitter. Yeah.
yeah, it's very. But I don't understand the question about Facebook group because I don't know if I can link to Facebook groups here.
I don't think I think mods can. I don't know. I know mods can do links and you can. I don't know if they can do
I have,
Facebook groups.
at the moment, yeah, you have many Facebook groups, but I don't know what Facebook group you refer to. I am subscribed to Facebook groups, but um,
Well, Daniel has a few Facebook groups. That's what we were talking about. Daniel
okay,
has the Big Finish one. He has his YouTube hub, which is where quite a few of us and like our friends who do YouTube post that they're going to do like a live stream or a video or whatever. And it's those sort of Facebook groups. Oh, yeah, yeah. We were talking about Facebook groups we're in. Sorry, I think that's
okay,
what the confusion was.
yeah, okay. Like our own group. What are something to? What is that? Okay, yeah, I have a message of Sadeku now on Facebook.
There we go. So you can chat with Sudaku.
Yes,
And
I
he's
have
lovely
seen,
as a
seen
guest.
the Facebook message. I have received it. Um, where was I? Yeah, I think the question about the unity thing. If we have few answers about for it.
Yeah, I think it's not just the one answer, is it?
No, not one
That's
answer.
the thing. It's
But
like a few things.
I'm glad that we have a good community with each other and more channels.
Yeah,
I
I
see
think
now. I see
that's
now
what's really good.
developments. Yeah, what's that? What do you say?
I said that's what's really good now. A lot of us are sort of branching out and doing our own YouTube things.
Yeah, but you see now development that more channels are connect to each other and yeah, encourage each other. Um, yeah, a friend group and funny thing is one time you are in one stream and then and on the other stream you help each other with that. The only
Yeah,
time
no,
one time is the one is the host and one time another is the guest.
yeah, and once we know that like people are doing these things, we're
Yeah.
all very happy to go. Oh, go to this channel, or so. But somebody's doing streams now, and we sort of try our best
Hmm. Yeah.
to sort of let everybody know what
Yeah.
everybody's up to.
But that brings also unity because as you can you go to a channel as a guest and then the other person goes to your channel. That brings also unity. And the funny thing is channels, uh, everyone has another different way to do the things of Doctor Who.
Yeah, everybody has their own styles and sort of
Yeah, their own
own
style. I
focus.
mean, the style, own style, and that's funny. I enjoy that. I want to hear other people talk about it, and yeah, that's also a manner from thing for me to connect still to the show.
Yeah, because it's like you said, whenever I think whenever you hear somebody else talk about it, it sort of gets you going, doesn't it?
Hmm.
And when you hear what other people love or sort of what they connect with the show, it sort of makes you remember what you connect with. And that's the unique thing about this show though, because it's sort of there's not many other shows that you're still following the same character, but people can now almost have different connection to it.
Hmm.
Yep, Daniel, you're my adoptive little brother now. I've told you this.
Yeah, but there, that's the thing. One thing, a good thing a result of this current era is one positive thing of this current era is that it brings us together.
Yeah, it's made a lot of friendships, which is nice.
Yes, yes, but because most people or some people needed some encouragement, and we have found each other in that
Yeah, and
strength.
like that will outlast anything, I think.
Yeah,
That really
yeah,
is sort of that's the thing I'm mainly thankful for
yeah,
because it's there's so many people, like I said, that I've now met. Well, it's weird because it's been on all online, but
yeah,
I feel like I've now gained a lot of friends and family.
yeah. And the funny thing is, I sorry, I subscribe to many YouTube channels, but there are a few who has really has my heart, and I'm and actively involved it. But I like and most of all I like live streams. So you can live chat and discuss and things.
Yeah,
Uh,
because that
pre-recorded 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 videos are fun, but I have not the time to watch all that. And most of the time I want to be in a live stream.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's what makes it different, isn't it? You can have that
yeah.
interaction.
You want to connect. You can't connect in the at the live at the moment that people are live in the streaming chat, and so
Yeah, and it's sort of that's where we've sort of all built our bonds almost, isn't it?
I have Neil have a grumpy style.
That's why we
That,
love you, Daniel.
but that is also important. We must have the problem is not that the people are the styles. The style is not problem. It's more that we understand that and we appreciate other yeah styles in but in a way not in not styles that are damaging but building up, and the style of Daniel is a building up one, I think. Or
Well, Daniel's
I
just
know
honest.
for sure. I know for sure his style is building up, and doesn't want to attack people.
Well, that's the thing. Daniel's honest,
Yes, that's right, and that I appreciate it.
and
Appreciate
it's
his
some
style.
people don't take to that
Yeah.
kindly, but to the people who know Daniel now and who have watched his streams and seen him like on Noel's channel, it's like we know that he's just honest and he just doesn't sort of sugarcoat anything.
Mhm.
Like people, I think, have grown to know me as the sort of I can be sarcastic at times, but I'm usually the optimistic one, like that sort of.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I just say, I think what you said, appreciation's a big thing.
yeah. Oh, I think it's good for my channel to have mods. I've done I think about it also. I've no don't have mods for this channel.
Yeah, maybe just have one or two, because you
Yes,
don't have to flood your chat with them, but have
yeah,
like one or two people who you really trust to be mods.
yeah. Okay, I shall think about it. Think it's important to have that now in this stage
Yeah,
because
you want a
now
bit
is
of security, don't you?
security.
But you know what I mean. Like you know that if anything happens, they're in the chat.
Yes, that's right. So I think I have in a quick time I have that arranged.
Right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have. It's 10 o'clock, and is that's people who know me. That's like my bedtime. So thank you very much,
Mhm.
Joker, for letting me come back on, and it's been lovely.
Okay. Thank you very much, and see you later.
See everybody in the chat later, and keep on streaming, Joker, because you
Okay,
are
that's
you're really good at this, and the more you do it, the better you'll get.
okay. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye. Um, I, I think I will. Could put some banners on the. Yes, this channel is for movies and friends, Doctor Who spin-offs, related matters with some humor. And the musical is not today, but that will come. Music is one of my passions. Um, Daniel, I'm Scottish. It's my job to be honest, law. I'm the YouTube Malcolm Tucker. Yeah, I appreciate your honesty, Daniel, and keep the good work, man. And if you are one of the inspirations for me to start this channel. By the way, I want to thank you that in the public. Uh, yeah, you're a really nice guy. Um, and also, I'm available for your channel as co-host, guest for, and that is for everyone. Yeah, I want to because I want to connect more and more with other channels, with other people, and enjoy Doctor Who. It's for my night. F1. Queen Charlotte. Thank you. Oh, messages. Yeah, then great and grumpy. And I see that my laptop needs more energy, so I will fix that in a moment. Dum de dum de dum. And then there's the other times. Hmm. Yeah, good man. So, more energy for the laptop. So, is there another question for me? Um, oh, is there still energy? Yeah, it was more for my laptop. I drink no energy, but it was more for my laptop. So, electricity, I must say. Um, are you doing the same stream on Thursdays in Dutch? Um, at the moment, we call that in English. The the truth of the matter is, the Dutch people are not so warm for streams at the moment, as I honestly must say. Um, but I will stream it. I will announce it with some Dutch fans, but I don't know who will appear. So I, I still call this channel Dutch Doctor Who channel, but I don't know if I can use that name in the future. Doesn't matter. I have so much fans from UK and well, fans from UK, Doctor Who fans, and watch what stream. That's right. Um, I'm on Discord, and Dutch Doctor Who community Discord, and we have 100 members, and further we have a fan Dutch Time Travelers Association here in the Netherlands. They have also a Facebook group with more than 1,000 people. But if you see the Facebook group, there are a handful of people who are really, really active, and the rest of the more than 900 members, you don't know who they are. So it is very difficult, and I have also placed a poll on which night I will look to stream. And first day was the day that most people are able to look, but if they really go to appear, I don't really know. What was your first Doctor Who story? Mine was Rose. Mine Doctor Who story. I was almost think back. It was a story with Peter Davison. It was a repeat on television, but I don't really know. Maybe it was Castor Velva. I think it was. And suddenly, the next, the week after that episode, suddenly there was Tom Baker. I thought what was this, but it was a repeat. So that was my start with the Doctor, and then I went from William Hartnell to the yeah in chronological order. I'm streaming with PJ maybe on this channel to discuss some Red Dwarf. Now I don't know Red Dwarf, but I sometimes I pop up in his on his channel to say hello in the chat. Uh, Kamikaze, are you Dutch or are you what? Are you calling me English speaking, Dutch speaking? I don't know. If you list on your Dutch forums, they may come to watch. Yes, but that's also what I did this time. I'm busy with that. I'm working on that. But I found out that for example, you helped me with a lot of things, and I'm also looking for a Dutch disaster area. By the way, most Dutch people speak great English, so they could watch when you speak English. Yes, that's right. And maybe I do only English streams because I like English. So I don't know. Red Dwarf is a lot of fun. I think if you like classical, you like that. Oh, then maybe I'm interested. I think, but I must begin at the beginning. And I don't know how many seasons have Red Dwarf. Ah, we hebben een Hollander. Oké, maar zit jij dan ook in de Facebookgroep van de Dutch Time Travelers Association of niet? Hoe ben jij achter mijn kanaal gekomen? Via de Facebookgroep of via Discord? Ik weet niet wie jij bent in de real, maar die hoef ik niet te zeggen. Maar waarvan ken je, hoe ben je op de hoogte van deze kanaal? Dat was Dutch conversation. But are there people in the chat who are also on Discord? On Doctor Who Discord or Discord is a nice way to have conversation with each other and to chat with each other, and you can also stream on Discord. There's been 12 seasons, most only 6 episodes each. The first 6 are definitely worth checking out. Stuff after is a bit of a wane. Yeah, that's right. The more you stream, the more confident you will be. You must grow and develop in it. That's why. That's the reason why I want this. It's also possible to invite me to your channel in a stream as co-host guest, and that's the reason I want to be involved also in other channels and other streams because I want to develop and I want to help other channels because we are one big family and I want to support other streams. But I will select. Not every invitation I will accept because some things I don't know, some topics I don't know. But well, most of all with Doctor Who or related matters, Doctor Who spin-offs matters, and well, and I'm open to other series, but I must. Het waarom is een win of when I watch Countdown when you switch from English to Dutch. Yeah, but that this whole thing, English speaking, in the first time you struggle, but when you speak more and more, it is about the thing about you must think English and then you know speaking, and that's the whole thing with switching to languages. Thinking is more difficult than speaking. Uh, Actually, speaking switching your head is more difficult. And by the way, there is no other. I must say good. No other active Doctor Who channel on YouTube for Dutch people. By the way, this so I have much to gain. Yes, I like Torchwood, and by the way, I was starting with Torchwood a few months ago, and I'm now in series 4, Miracle Day. It looks like a little bit soft horror. Yeah, I like Torchwood a lot. And by the way, Freema was also in it, eh? Also in Freema. And I like also Sarah Jane's Adventures. I have recently watched K9 animated TV series from Australia. Um, and I will, in a few weeks, I will go to start with Class. And then I have all the spin-offs, I think. But I like Torchwood a lot, yes. I Jack and Gwen. Mm-hmm. It would be interesting to see your first reactions to shows. What of shows? See. The Dutch community for Doctor Who seems very small, that's right. And it is more fun. The Dutch people, it is more, we enjoy watching Doctor Who, but talk about certain things, aspects of the show. No, there are not so much more, not in that scale of the UK fan base. So that's the reason why I connect to much UK to the UK fan base, because they're discussing it in a broader sense, and so I can more connect to the show and to the fans. But Dutch people, that's why the reason is that's the reason I call this channel Dutch Doctor Who channel. I want to go to onto the challenge to connect there also, but it will be much harder. It will be hard, I think, but I like challenge to take the challenge. Yeah, that's the reason. Kijk, origins is from the UK, Doctor Who. So it's yeah, it's a concept of UK, and Doctor Who was in the 70s in was on television here in the Netherlands in the 70s. I know that, but after that, It was only on the BBC. Um, Settings. Green screen. Mm, let's see here. Looking for some settings here. Is there a lot of UK TV shown in the Benelux here? Well, we have BBC One and Two here, and times Doctor Who is on television. I must switch to BBC. Yeah. Okay, Peter Rich is still in this chat. I'm looking for a way to add mods in my channel, but I must find the settings. The Netherlands is a lovely country. I enjoyed my team there. What's do I talk about soccer, football, or something? Or the Netherlands is a lovely country. I enjoyed my team there. Have you been in the Netherlands before, or? Hmm, should be. A friend of mine used to see TV shows to the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. What I understand, I have BBC One and BBC Two. Um, Moment. Amsterdam and Rotterdam and to Denmark. Hmm. He should move there. We would not a license to watch BBC. Oh yes, right. You must pay for the television, and a license fee. You call that? Sell TV shows to the Netherlands. Favorite Doctor Who antagonist? Yeah, for me is that the Master, but um, the the favorite of the original Master is for me the Gado. My favorite. we have to get a license to watch any live TV. We have here, what do we call that? Um, Cable factories or something. You can select your own um, subscription. I don't know how do I explain it properly. Mm, that's right. We have something called Sigo, and it sucks. And is it the case that if you don't pay, then you get no BBC or something, or you can, or is it gewoon you have BBC and you refuse to pay for it or something? Because I noticed a lot of discussion about that in streams, and Doctor Who fans who are not happy with the show, with the current era, and say, I don't pay for the BBC any longer. But is it the case? Is it I if you don't pay, then you get no BBC, or you can still receive BBC, or what's the case of it? Or you get a fine? Okay, yeah. Can I try? We have cable TV, NPO, and paid TV by the network, who then provide other channels such as Comedy Central or BBC. They also provide internet and phone cable. Yeah. Thank you for the dankjewel voor de aanvulling. If you don't pay, they threaten legal action against you, which can result in fine or brief prison sentence. So you must this you have so much love for the show Doctor Who that you are you want to sacrifice yourself and go to the prison. Hmm. I was there on holiday to a scout summer camp. Glasgow troop enjoyed my trip to the Netherlands. It was celebrated the troop. Oh, okay. I also on the scouting. Yes, I was also a scout. And by the way, you're always scout, even if you don't. Um, always a scout. Uh, and you can opt out, but you can't receive any TV broadcast via aerial. Yes, the whole system is different from the Netherlands. Okay, so with the case of the mods, I shall think about it, and how to. Um, I cannot see at the moment how I can add mods to my channel, but I must find out that at the moment. Mm, YouTube, we still got each other. I use Prime Video to watch Doctor Who, but I need to switch to one of these series to soon watch 9th and 10th. Yeah, you have Daily Motion, but it's bad quality. You can watch Doctor Who classics. Um, Also new, but classic is more better quality than the new strange thing about it. You can find more of classic, and you can find all everything of Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, K9, and I think also Claws. But Daily Motion is a bad quality. But still most cheap way to watch all these things. Okay, yeah, YouTube. Okay, so I know that's you can see. Opinion on the River Song spin-off. Um, maybe Daniel one knows that. There were plans for River Song spin-off, or there was already a spin-off of River Song. I really don't know. I'm actually I'm not so much knowledge about Big Finish things. That's why I'm subscribed to the Facebook group of Daniel. And I've also Big Finish subscribed to Big Finish News, but so this question is very important. Are there opinions on a River Song spin-off? Even if there is not a River spin-off, I think it will be a good idea. By the way, I like the person of River Song. Very expressive, very dynamic. Hmm. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. River started to annoy me towards the end. Yeah. I think that's the beginning was good. The whole thing was the idea was good, but at the end, maybe she was too long in the show. That's more the case thing, I think. I'm still looking for that story of the moderator adding, but I see it. But you must copy the link of a URL of a of someone, and then you can edit to your moderators. But I don't have URL. People have mixed thoughts on Forever Song, but the Phoenix spin-off, in my opinion, Big Finish do some better stuff. And some actors, some companions are more better in big finish than on screen. I think it depends on the person, and I think it would have been great if it came out around Matt Smith area, and they did episode like Danganronpa did later on. Episode Who, episode River, episode Who, episode River, etc. Before she came unbound and honey. Yeah, a problem of the same time do on screen and big finish. I don't know to do. They must record it before it, or as you do it simultaneously, the series and then also big finish. I don't know how it can work, but what about scheduling the actors or things? Um, cons. Hmm. Okay. So are there further questions or the David Tennant Tom Baker story is good. I recommend it. The Tom Bakers. I've listened to some Tom Bakers and they are really good. Yeah, I really recommend it also. Hmm. I think I will end the stream in a short time. If there are not further things to discuss, but most of the topic is discussed here. And it was also a spontaneous stream. I didn't. I have planned this now, and PDS matches. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't got the message, but Yeah, and thank you very much. Um, I didn't still haven't got the message of Be Rich, by the way. Um, but what I just said, this was a spontaneous stream. I want to develop in this thing, and it. I thought it was it would be a really short stream, but it's almost 12 hours. I'm very happy about everyone who joined this stream, and I just said I must develop in these things. I really enjoyed to do the streaming. I also for a long time I was on chats, and now I want to do live streaming myself on my own channel and on other streams also on other channels. I think a nice way to talk about things of Doctor Who, of spin-offs and other related matters, and do that on a regular basis for the time. And on Monday, 7:30 p.m. Um, and on spontaneous times, but because I like it. Do sometimes I have a flow, a certain flow. I wanted to do spontaneous the stream, so but it's also good to have one regular time because people must know for certain when you to find you you must have a certain of regularity. Okay, that's good. No, that's good. Want I have one name on my list. Een, and I have for certain I have one name on my list, and I have other also to add. But I know who wants to do it, and the person knows it. um, so maybe this week I will live stream on my channel again, and but for certain I'm back on Monday here. So for now I want to say goodbye. I really enjoy this, and hope I see you later. Bye bye. Here is Enigmatic Joker on the Dutch Doctor Who channel. Doei.